Okay, so a Philly fan told Nakobe Dean exactly how Eagle fans feel. It's hilarious. You gotta hear it. Plus, the Eagles have 12 first rounders on this roster, but 6 of them we acquired just this year. That's not all. A fake report comes out saying Kenny Pickett is outperforming Jalen Hurts in OTAs. However, after some digging, we find out where it came from and what actually was said. And last but not least, Rodgers confident he's going to make the team and could beat Slay in a race. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. As always, we got our birds to talk about. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all for a quick favor? Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that like button if you enjoy the content, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So we all know that this Philadelphia Eagles team is very talented on offense and defense. The defense got the question marks. However, with all the talent, the answers to them questions should be good as we start the 2024 season. However, this offense, although we were upset with how it was run last year due to play calling, it was still top 10 in the NFL. Think about that for a second. We didn't like the offense, and it was top 10 overall. I believe number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comment section. But for 2024, we get an upgrade in Kellen Moore and an upgrade in Saquon Barkley, and we still got all the other dogs on offense, minus Jason Kelce, of course. I say all that to say this. This team is not going to be just talented on offense for 2024. Not only is the offensive lineman locked up for a long time, look at the skill positions. Hurts, 25, signed through 2028. Brown, 26, signed through 2029. Smith, 25, signed through 2028. And Barkley, 27, signed through 2026. Sheesh. Now, let's be real. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm worried about 2024, but the window is open. Continuing to speak about this team, Zach Berman tweeted yesterday, the Eagles have 12 players on their roster who were drafted in the first round. 6 were acquired this year. You're probably thinking to yourself, what? We acquired 6 first rounders? He's not talking about draft picks and or draftees. He's talking about players who were selected in the first round, whether it was 5 years ago, 2 years ago, or 10 years ago. And here's the list. The one in bold white, our first round picks we acquired this year, 6 of them. BG, Lane Johnson, John Ross, Saquon Barkley, Devin White, Mekhi Becton, Devontae Smith, Jordan Davis, Kenny Pickett, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, and Quinyon Mitchell. Hey, say what you want about them former first round picks, including guys like John Ross and Kenny Pickett. We'll see what happens though. Like I said yesterday, love the speed John Ross has. He's been retired since 2021. I don't know if he's going to make the roster. Just like I didn't know if Devontae Parker would make the roster. But if he does, more power to him. And that means he proved to the coaching staff that he deserves to be here. Staying with one of them former first-round picks named Kenny Pickett, there was a lot of drama on Twitter. Reports saying that Kenny Pickett has been outperforming Jalen Hurts in OTAs. What? First off, there was only one OTA practice open to the media. Just one. Even if he had the better day, that don't mean he's outperforming him. Relax. Remember the report that came out by D. Gunn in the 2022 offseason that Hurts looked horrible at one practice, couldn't even complete a pass, blah, blah, blah? What happened in that season? Oh, yeah. Jalen Hurts was the runner-up MVP, and the Eagles made the Super Bowl. So again, even if it was true, it's no big deal. Jalen Hurts is the guy. There's no quarterback controversy. But I wanted to see where all this was coming from. It didn't start here, but because they have a big following, that's where the news started to spread. ML Football, tweets, report, formed so many shares, they eventually deleted it. Anyways, at the bottom of the tweet, he tagged a Steeler link, so I clicked on it. So I kept reading, and then I saw the quote, an IG quote, Tony Raz03, who is Kenny Pickett's personal quarterback coach, and he says this. But wait, don't read it yet. Shout out to Anthony DeBona for doing the extra digging on Twitter to find where this all kind of started from. Yeah, Tony Raz put it on IG, but it was a screenshot of an Eagles beat writer's article that was written by Ed Kratz. That's why the 2 paragraphs are exactly the same. Again, nowhere in this article did Ed Kratz say Kenny Pickett is outperforming Jalen Hurts? And just to reiterate, it's only been one open practice. But I put the title of the article in here because it does state Eagles OTA overreactions. Keyword, overreactions. Among the 10 are Kenny Pickett and James Bradberry. The James Bradberry one was he was a no-show and could he be cut, blah, 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 blah. Now, let's get back to the Kenny Pickett one, and I'm going to read the paragraph now. Kenny Pickett delivers. The backup quarterback looks sharp, sharper than Jalen Hurts, to be honest. Now, we're going to talk about that sentence, but let me continue reading. Hurts was on the money on his first 2 7-on-7 throws, hitting A.J. Brown on a quick inside slant, then following up with a nice sideline throw about 15 yards down the field. Pickett, though, was consistently on target. The Eagles can win games with him if something happens to Hurts. So did he really need to put the sentence, the backup quarterback looks sharp, sharper than Jalen Hurts, to be honest? When then he continued to say that Jalen Hurts looked good, so did Kenny Pickett, and he ultimately wanted to say that if Jalen Hurts gets injured or misses time, Kenny Pickett might be able to win us some games. So ultimately, the article was about Kenny Pickett looking good enough to possibly win us games if he need to. But again, it's one practice. He could look good for one practice. Can he look good for multiple? And I'm rooting for him if he needs to come in as an Eagle. But I understand his personal quarterback coach sharing that on IG. He should be proud. But then the Steeler article, then ML Football, and they tried to turn it into a quarterback controversy. And we not having that. Franchise Jalen Hurts is not questioned. Now, before we talk about who's faster, Isaiah Rodgers or Big Play Slay, we also got to talk about how confident Isaiah Rodgers is, and I love it. Plus, Nakobe Dean says something hilarious a Philly fan told him, but it's true. And the rest of the NFC East admits the Eagles are the best. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, Factor, which makes meeting your nutrients goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Our team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. Warmer, sunnier days are calling. Fuel up with the Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Remember, Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy a nutrients-great tasting meal. With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have a new flavor to explore. Before Factor, I was stopping here, stopping there for food because I always needed it to be quick, but that's not healthy. Factor is really 2 minutes, and the nutrients and health factor pays off. Also, my wife packing lunches using Tupperware here, Tupperware there. Factor's no mess prep is just what we needed for lunches during my full-time job. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code PhillyMike50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code PhillyMike50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month order. I'm so glad I started Factor. You will be too. So Andrew Dysecco tweeted a couple days ago, Slay says cornerback Isaiah Rodgers has been a good addition, cites his tools. He also said he's the next player who wants to race him and that they'll have to make it happen. Well, yesterday, Isaiah Rodgers Sr. saw it on Twitter and quote tweeted it by saying, LOL, I love you, bruh. But I know at Big Play Slay not running with me. Slay then responded to it, don't have it, but I think he said, okay, let's do 20 yards. So let me know in the comment section who you got winning. Remember, Slay said since that knee sculpt has been done, he feels 25 and he already beat some young guys. But remember, Isaiah Rodgers, 4.28, 4.3. Although Slay ran 4.3 a decade ago, that should be a good race. Who you got? Staying with Isaiah Rodgers, I love that he posted a bunch of Eagle pictures of himself, and he did have a good day at OTAs that was open to the public. They said a lot of good battles between him and Paris Campbell, but again, he tweets, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay with the lockdown emoji. And again, it is very, very early, but if he can give you good reps on the outside and the inside, and he's a possible returner slash punt or kicks, how does he not stay on the roster? I mean, Slade thinks he's faster than him, but he gave him props. He said he loves his tools, loves his intensity, and he's been playing good. I never really thought that he would be cut, but I think that the Eagles might envision a nice role for him. Like I said, cornerback is the deepest position on this team. DBs in general, because Sidney Brown and CJ Garner-Johnson can play the slot. So I can't wait to see what the actual secondary looks like. So much potential. And I know a lot of people are down on Bradbury, and rightfully so, but you can't count him out because if we start to see 2022, oh my goodness. Moving on to Nakobe Dean on a podcast. I'm not sure exactly who it is, but listen what he said about Eagle fans.
A Philly fan told me, he said, man, you play for the he knew how I was, play for the Eagles. He was like, man, we love y'all, man. We'll take a bullet for y'all, but we'll put y'all in front of one too. It was like, exactly what he told me.
That's so right, though.
He explained it to a T. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, it's like, yeah, that's real. How it is. Yeah, I'm be honest, I just embrace it. Like, I embrace it, like, everything. Like,
this had me cracking up. That's all I'm going to say. I still believe in Nakobe, but I'm not giving him no passes. He got to show me in 2024. Lastly, I shared this in the community post. Y'all know my record prediction. I got the Eagles going 13-4, top of the NFC. I got the Cowboys going 11-6. Right now, if training camp comes and I see they're struggling more, I might lower it. But right now, 11-6. Got the Commanders going 7-10 and the Giants going 5-12. However, I'm not the only one who thinks the Eagles are going to be on top of the NFC because during the roundtable, Jay Tuck predicted the Eagles would go 13-4, Cowboys 11-6, Commanders 9-8, Giants 4-13. Kid Blue predicted 12-5 for the Eagles, 11-6 for the Cowboys, 6-11 for the Giants, and 5-12 for the Commanders. And Rio predicted the same 12-5 for the Eagles, 11-6 for the Cowboys, 7-10 for the Commanders, and 5-12 for the Giants. At the end of the day, it's hard for them to give the Eagles 12-13 wins because they hate us, but they know what we're about to do. So let me know, what are your NFC East predictions? I know most of y'all Eagles prediction, but give me Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders, and whatever order you got. I'm surprised that this poll is 74% Quinyon Mitchell and only 26% Cooper DeJean. I would pick Mitchell too, but I thought it would be closer. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. Make sure you got that notification bell hit. Make sure you're able to see posts because we talk stuff all day. Also, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and turn on that notification bell. Like I said, so you know, go get your Factor food. Drop the muscle emoji and leave all your thoughts. I absolutely love hearing from y'all. We out.